all the ancient pre-Columbian work done in the city of Cusco was created by the Inca people, including this somewhat megalithic wall made out of very hard basalt stone. The Inca
Yo, what up, Russ? We'll cut the usernames out today. Yo, what up, Russ? Oh, I understand. Yo, what up? Thanks, man.
Transitioning into Inca.
Thanks, buddy. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, dude.
The Inca work is not as superior as what you're looking here. Look at the precision of the joinery.
What's up, Russ? How you doing, man? Pretty good, buddy.
This megalithic wall was made out of granite from a somewhat local quarry. But again, the granite is much harder than bronze chisels.
I plan to play Goldeneye tonight. Just, I don't know, right now I just needed to fucking...
You can see where it's floppy.
3 weeks on no way.
This is the
Cool, so your birthday was in July then, man? Oh wait, older. No, your birthday's in August. Nice. 23rd, nice. Yes.
You're looking at here is the megalithic work rebuilt by the Inca. And here we are back with the pre-Inca work.
Nice.
Notice the incredible shiny surfaces in the horizontal joinery. It looks either like it was polished or possibly even
That's sick, dude.
heat was used in order to fit the stone.
And that's funny, we're both like fanatics of Goldeneye.
Here,
I think I gotta bring the mic closer. I'm using this shitty mic. It's not shitty, but it's not ideal.
Possibly by an ancient cataclysm or even heat strike from the sun.
No, not really.
And this wall tells the whole story.
I guess, yeah, we're going out for dinner with my folks and my parents.
Later Inca work on the left. Now we're inside.
Don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, going to dinner with my folks and my girlfriend. So yeah, really lucky.
Again, could not have been done with
really lucky as a 38-year-old. Having my parents and having an amazing girlfriend.
Some form, or forms even, of lost ancient high technology. This work would be very difficult to do today, including this tiny stone put in there. We walk through the Coricancha again. We see astonishing accuracy. These walls average 3 feet thick, and there is no gap.
Very nice, thanks, man. Thanks,
from
buddy.
the front all the way to the back. This lintel, or this recess area, you can see, is almost perfectly level.
Thanks,
Here
buddy.
in the side room,
I gotta get my other mic
you see different shapes
in the other
that
room.
are not in their original places. Here, what has to be a machine drill hole.
Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy.
There's no other way this could have been done.
Thanks, man. Awesome.
Again, just showing you the accuracy of the horizontal joinery. The vertical joinery, we see gaps, but that's because of a massive earthquake that happened probably in deep antiquity. Now we are above Cusco at the ancient site called Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman is more than 600 hectares in size, or 1,200 acres. Now what we're looking at here is not so much incredible accuracy, but just very strange, heavily eroded surfaces. Again, it had to have been done with some kind of lost ancient high technology. The stone here is limestone, but it has been metamorphosed, so it's much harder than bronze. And why were these recesses even made in the first place? There appear to be more than 5,000 of them in the Cusco area. The erosion indicates thousands upon thousands of years of age. Well, there are stories of tunnels in the Cusco area, ancient tunnels underground that go supposedly for miles upon miles. One theoretically goes from Tiwanaku in Bolivia to Cusco. We're going to explore this little one. It could very well be natural in terms of formation, but it obviously appears
There we go. Why? 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 What the fuck, man?
look at the precision of the joinery. Take a look at walls.
Hello.
Made
Nice.
of granite from a somewhat
There we go. Now you girls and guys and girls can hear me. Holy moly.
I believe many other
This is fucking gay. Nothing wrong with being homosexual. Like, what the fuck? Voice? No, not voice. Fuck you and your voice. There we go. Holy fuck me, man. Oh my god.
made of limestone. The Inca work was not as superior as what you
Test. Finally, holy
see.
shit.
The precision of the joinery. Take a look at walls. Was made out of granite from a somewhat local quarry. But again, the granite is much harder than bronze is. Standard construction, you can see, quite floppy. This is the incredibly precise basalt work the whole story. Notice the megalithic granite blocks on the right, later Inca work on the left. Now we're inside of what is called the Coricancha. Again, a basalt construction. And look at the astonishing accuracy of the joinery. Again, could not have been done with bronze tools. Had to have been done utilizing some form, or forms even, of lost ancient high technology. This work would be very difficult to do today. 30 Ancient Technology of Peru and Bolivia, Volume 2. Ancient Technology of Egypt, Volume 2. On the Black Sea, the mystery of the Paracas people with elongated skulls, including all of the DNA results. La Punta Tiwanaku, possibly the strangest ancient site on Earth. Lebanon, or Baalbek, Lebanon, megaliths of the gods, an incredible place to visit. There's much more to it than just this giant block. And lost ancient technology of Mexico. Yes, there are megalithic sites in Mexico. So here we are back up at Sacsayhuaman, which is located above the city of Cusco, and we're looking at obvious megalithic remains. There's a mixture here, of course, of work done by the Inca, probably about 90%, but then you see clear evidence that the Inca discovered megalithic works done in quite hard, metamorphosed limestone. This is a clear example of that. See these relatively flat surfaces that have been cut into the stone, clearly done by some kind of lost ancient high technology. As the Inca were a Bronze Age culture, there is no way that many of these surfaces were done by them. They were found by them. Atlanteans? Were they aliens? Or were they simply ancient Peruvians who had lost ancient high technology? It really looks as though whoever did this work was able to manipulate matter and make the stone soft for a very short period of time. Once again, Inca staircases. Then the profound nature of the megalithic builders. Were they able to manipulate matter in some way and temporarily make the stone go from a very hard consistency to almost marshmallow consistency? We don't have any form of technology like that, but somebody obviously did in ancient times. Now, once again, another perspective of the sense of scale and the tightness of the fit of the stone. And now we're at a location very close to Sacsayhuaman, which is called Kenko. And this again is a megalithic construction that was later adopted by the Inca. And what we're doing here is we're going into quite a long labyrinth. This could be a natural fissure that was later shaped by the megalithic builders. And there's lots of examples also that the Inca utilized this space or this area at Kenko for funerary services. This is where they mummified the high-ranking Inca people. Again, odd flat surfaces don't make any logical sense, at least not to me. Then we walk through. Again, we see flat surfaces, no evidence of tool marks. There, in the center, is a curious knob. What is it for? Another part of the labyrinth at Kenko is where the Inca did their funerary services. They did mummification on what we'll see as a massive polished slab. Again, they found it there. They didn't make it. But the Inca were very pragmatic.
What's up, Christian? How you doing, man?
They would take an older construction and utilize it for their purposes. So there on the right is the shiny slab used for mummification. Now out we go, and Kenko is a massive, almost hill of one single piece of stone with lots of surfaces carved on top of it. And as we walk through the city of Cusco, you'll see how complex the stonework is. You have megalithic work.
Doing well, man. How are you?
You have Inca work, and then you have Spanish colonial. The doorway there was originally megalithic, and next to it, some Spanish colonial work, even utilizing concrete as a mortar, and then original polygonal Inca. Then another repaired section of wall, back to polygonal Inca again. So every street in the ancient part of Cusco is super complicated in terms of construction and timeline.
That's good, man.
And as we continue to walk, once again, you see the smaller polygonal Inca work, and then a megalithic section of almost cube-like shapes. That stone is basalt, and it was brought from a quarry more than 50 miles away. And once again,
Nice, man. Thanks,
we
dude.
have Spanish colonial on top, and then some Inca repair using ancient basalt.
Likewise,
stone.
man. It's nice to see you.
Then the original megalithic basalt construction. Here again,
super hot,
1
nice.
mile away.
I always
Remember, the
I
basalt
always
quarry
prefer
is 50 miles.
extreme heat.
And this wall appears to be a reconstruction effort by the Inca, utilizing the basalt that they found, damaged from, again, an ancient cataclysm. Cusco is much older than the Inca. And finally, what we're going to see is something that most people do not know about. That is that the Inca had a glyph system. You see those squares? Those are called tokapu. So that is the glyph language of the Inca people.
It's all right. Mid 70s now, I would say.
What is called the
High to
Inca
mid
Toku,
70s.
located about an
It's good,
hour's
though.
drive south of Cusco, Peru.
Sunny.
It's also known in English as the Sun Gate,
Sunny and cloudy.
and is a combination of megalithic construction, which the Inca found about 1,000 years ago upon their approach to Cusco, and they decided to rebuild it. So the large stonework is the megalithic basalt work that they found, and then the smaller stonework is what they added to the site. You can see the obvious difference between the Inca work on the left and then the megalithic work in the background. You'll also notice that the megalithic work has some major cracks and possible heat damage, so it may have been victim to an ancient cataclysm. This is one of the greatest sites to see the obvious differences between Inca construction and the megalithic work that they discovered in the Cusco area and Sacred Valley. And each of the megalithic sites they adopted and then rebuilt, leaving the megalithic aspects intact. Look at the tightness of the fit of these stones, almost perfect. Here are the curious knobs on the left, and once again the comparison between the Inca work and the megalithic work. So what does everyone think?
You said this person looks wedged, right?
Yeah,
It's small turn out there, right?
I know, but look at the size of the head compared to the torso. They're about the same.
I'm getting the impression
Doesn't make
it's
sense.
lazy.
Yeah, but a baby one.
And you say it takes 4 years to build amazing as tall as height.
That's all that you signed it up.
Yo, Sully, yo, Jack, yo, what's up, man? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, bro.
Does it have
Thanks, my dude.
suture?
What's up, man?
Yeah,
How you
but
doing,
it's
man?
missing two
Canadian Batman. I'll take it. Bruce Wayne. Speaking of which, let me show you what I got at Value. Our thrift store is called Value Village. Let me show you what I got for $6. Kind of expensive, but worth it.
So
DNA, everything.
Yep.
what is
Mother was Native American. So, any thoughts as to what you're looking at?
definitely I'm looking outside to have a Fontaine who is really open and he must have been born like this.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you get him out with this big head?
That's the question. Nope.
And
No, but the mother was Native
Thanks, yo, Jackie. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Hope you're doing great,
Another
man.
DNA test
What's up, bro?
probably in November of 2018. I'm going to
Yo, what up, Moonraker? How you doing, man?
see if we can detect
Thanks, guys.
the DNA of the father, which is the
I
nucleus,
am?
and also the mitochondria,
Nice.
which is the mother, to see if indeed it
What is
is
that?
before.
Sure, I'll take
We're
it.
now at the Guaro Museum, which is about a 10-minute drive.
I guess.
The last video segment we saw was Wifey, the so-called human baby skeleton. And here we find ancient, what looked like pipe parts for water. These were clearly made using some form of lost ancient high technology. They're made out of basalt stone, and they are a minimum of 1,000 years old. So the question is, how old are they exactly, and who created them?
Thanks, Moonraker.
Once again, here is another section. You see that it's a right-angled bent pipe made out of basalt stone. It has a male and female coupling. And then here are some glyphs located in the Watto Museum. No one has been able to interpret what they mean. Again, they're likely to be at least 1,000 years old.
Lucky going out with my parents and my girlfriend. Really lucky guy.
Nobody knows
Really
what
blessed.
culture created them. It's a great little museum, a little bit out of the way, but about an hour's drive from Cusco.
So that should be nice. That should be very nice. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it should be really nice. I'm really blessed. I really am. Really lucky. Like, I truly am. I really am. Like, I'm not being an idiot. I really am lucky, and I'm just so fortunate. It's nice. I mean, I'd rather... kind of wish I was still in Miami, but it's not... I'm just joking. With my girlfriend in Miami, of course. But I mean, dude, we're getting fucking nice summer here, and I miss my weights. I'm so glad I'm back with my weights and my girlfriend.
Which is an
No,
Inca
it's
creation,
just a stupid
and
joke.
as compared to the megalithic work we were looking at, this is less sophisticated.
It's like my girlfriend came down 3 times in Miami, 6 months, for like 2 weeks times each. But it's still not enough time to spend with someone. So I'm glad to be back. I got damn 53 while back. Bunker 17.
Here again is an example of an Inca wall construction. This is the second
Well, she
level.
likes, she's great, man. Yeah, she's great. Thanks, dude.
And
Really
now we're at the
nice.
third level. It actually goes up
Really smart.
more than 5 levels. It
She's the
covers
law. She
very
studied
large
law.
expanse.
Her expertise is law, legal, and justice.
Of the Inca people.
And she's very intelligent.
And just as a side thing, here we're
Thanks,
at
man. Yeah, she's from the
the
Congo.
Cochahuasi
She's from
Reserve,
Mbuji Mai.
Vicuña.
I'll write the name of the city.
And now we're going to walk
pretty
into
incredible.
an inn that has llamas and alpaca. So this is a family-run
In the Congo.
institution. They get no assistance
Of the
from
she's of the
government.
Kasai,
That way they get no governmental
Kasai
support.
people. Kasai Oriental.
Simply collect animals found in the
Oh,
area
no way,
that
man.
are
Thanks, man. That's nice, buddy. I don't think it is, though. I did a test. It wasn't 300.
And great opportunity here to see one of these rare speckled bears
Small world. I know, it's insane.
that live in the jungle.
Well, Canada, the immigration. She's immigrated here. She's a Canadian citizen.
Of the endangered condor.
She's been a Canadian citizen for like over a decade.
700 left in Peru, but they have a breeding program at Cochahuasi. Here you see the magnificent
No, man.
of
It's what you can do with the knowledge.
His name is Malku, and will probably live to be 90
to what you can contribute to the world. You know, I feel like that. I feel like I've invested a lot in knowledge. I'm not saying that, like, I'm just saying what I've invested in, I haven't contributed to the world yet. I'm still like a narcissist. You know what I mean? I need to actually produce some quality for the world. I really do. And I feel like I'm doing everything that wants to get me to create something for others. But everything I try is just frozen, stagnant. It's crazy. So I'm just getting healthy, man. Just getting healthy, mental friendships. I'm building friendships with you guys and girls, you know? Like, so what the fuck can I do now? I can build relationships, I can build health. You know what I mean? Get PBs. It's like, don't know what else the fuck to do. That's it. The neat life. Living large.
So here we are at the entrance. We're walking towards the fortress area, which is the
Thanks,
only
man.
official way to get in recent times, and also during
My previous job
and it's very narrow, so that army
was very high impact.
tried to invade Gyges would have a
Just
very
by chance.
difficult time and could easily be picked off by the Inca warriors.
It was like hazardous
standing above
waste.
them. As you can see,
I decided where
2 or 3
hazardous
people
waste should be
with
sent for
walked
destruction.
into the official entrance
And
of
I
Gyges.
fought a lot
It's
with
a huge complex, almost
pharmaceutical
the size
companies
of the most famous market,
and
but it's much
just
cheaper
every
to
single
do
company wants to
that
destroy their waste in the cheapest way possible at whatever environmental expense, and there's these like billion-dollar companies. I'm like, first of all, this is illegal. Like independent of the cost of what you're trying to do, this is illegal. This is not legal. You cannot do this.
Smart idea to visit
Second,
many of the ancient sites.
it's gonna cost like a few cents more per kilogram. Just fucking just incinerate it instead of throw it in the ground. Energy to waste. It's just so insane, man.
Now we get to look at the main agricultural terracing system.
So that's what I did like a few years ago. But dude,
There is the administrative and royal center.
I think I played my cards right because they fired my supervisor. Dude, it's such a mess, dude.
Entire area. An amazing achievement that would have
So
taken millions of
my previous work hired me because of a head injury, 2016, and they had to bring me into work, and they have a 6-year obligation, and I knew that they were going to fire me because the lawyers didn't want to pay my overtime that I was making, because they weren't giving me overtime when I came back from the head injury. Motherfuckers. Of this billion-dollar company, anyways. So the government stepped in and said, hey, listen, you got to pay your employee what he was making prior to when he was working, or we're going to increase your workplace safety annual fees above whatever the difference of the salary is for him. So they were forced to pay me my overtime that I was working, because they weren't giving me overtime. And I knew they were going to fire me, I knew it. So I had to leave, so I left. And like a few months later, my supervisor was fired. And my supervisor was probably making less than me because of this government legal case, and I wasn't even making that much, first of all. And he was way more knowledgeable than me, way more experience, way more connections. And I don't think I would have been able to have been fired. I don't think I would have been able to, especially after the head injury. Like, I don't think so, man. I had to walk away from that shit, man. It was crazy. It was too much. I think I played my cards right, man. Because they would have fired me. They would have. They said they would have. They said they were going. They said they are going to, and then the government said no. But it's fine. It's just fine. It's just too much, man.
Now here's a little brief view of
So you just gotta get strong, man. So what can you do in that? You just get strong, man. That's it. Please.
photograph. So these are related books of mine at Amazon.com. Lost Ancient Technology of Peru and
No, it's
Bolivia.
fucked, man. Like, I applied to like thousands of jobs, right? Like, there's no jobs. It's fucked. We're all fucked. Everything's fucked.
Mapuku and Tiwanaku, possibly the strangest ancient site on Earth. Volume 1 is also at Amazon.com. So the conventional story about Machu Picchu is that it was constructed in the 15th century from scratch by the Inca and took approximately 25 years to build. However, we're going to see some artifacts which don't fit the paradigm that the Inca could have constructed it. This is a possibility. This is the so-called sacrificial stone. There's actually no evidence whatsoever that the Inca did human blood sacrifices at all. That was likely made up by the Catholic Church to shame the Inca descendants. And now, this mountain in the background, which we'll see in a little bit, is the actual mountain of Machu Picchu. And here we see the sacred river below, called the Wilcanota, and that, of course, is the main part of the citadel of Machu Picchu. So there is much.
free lift flex.
Just a free lift flex. Pretty mean. Pretty small.
Yeah, buddy.
Rest in peace, Z's.
Guy's fucking cut, man. He's so cut. Man, that's funny. Oh my god. Yo, what up, dogger? Yo. What up, dogger? Yo, what's up, dogger? Sorry, man, I was trying to fix this mic. I don't want to touch it again. It's gonna freak out on me, dude. It's gonna fucking cut out. What up, man? Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. Yo, I appreciate that a lot, man. Thanks, buddy. How you doing, man? Let's do an L sit for dogger. Trying to work the abs. We got the Z's influence. Yeah, buddy. August birthday, man. Dope. When's yours? Yours is the 6th, right? I think it's the 6th, right? If I remember correctly from last year. It's dope. Problem, guys. When we get seized up, yeah. Remembering. Oh, Sunday, nice. That's a nice thing. Hell yeah, man. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Oh man, we got the parallel bars, right? That's what we're on. We're on the parallel bars right now. Yeah, man, this is like Z's original playlist or whatever. I don't know if it's the original, but it's a playlist that's titled that on YouTube. So.
See, I was gonna start this whole show, right? Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, Julie's is also this August too. And Baron Badcock.
What's up, bro? You can call me Mr. Acidic. Here we go. Basically, cut out top of bodybuilder.
isolations like bicycle curls, shit like that, then you'll be doing compound squatting, deadlifting. That's what's going to make your body. And I'm telling you right now, if you fuck around in the gym, fuck around doing a few bicycle curls, if you isolate, you need to get the base first. So you need to fucking train as hard as you can and push yourself. You need to put yourself on a level where your body doesn't want to keep going, and when you reach that point, you keep going. And what you will see is basically your body will be put into overdrive, and that's how gains are made. It's not made by going to a gym and just fucking around with your mates, having a laugh, doing a few sets. You're not going to get a good body like that. You've got to push yourself past that break. Your body doesn't want to change naturally, that's why you've got to force yourself. Don't forget, dieting is one of the most important things. If you're not dieting, you're not going to get the results you want. It's simple as that. So, if you're training, having a fucking epic workout, whatever, but if you're not eating properly, you might as well not be training. Another question in regards to my diet. Well, I do have two different kinds of diets. There's basically a bulking diet and a cutting diet. Personally, I have an extremely fast metabolism, which means I can eat a lot of food and not convert that to fat, and that's just based on my ectomorph body type. This isn't the case with everyone. My whole life, I had a fast metabolism, so that proved to be a positive factor in my training, but that's not the same for everyone. A lot of people find that they have a piece of chocolate or something like that, and lose it straight away, so that's quite unfortunate for them, but you got to do what you best with pretty much what you're given. Alright, basically with the bulking meal, we'll have carbs and meat every single meal. Try to get steak, chicken, pasta, everything like that, brown rice, fish. You want to get meat and protein every single meal. The best way to grow is to eat meat. That's why I don't want to eat some meat. Fucking put on my side, so definitely try to eat some meat. And pretty much force yourself to eat till you can't have any more bites, because you want to push your body past that point. You're already breaking down muscle fibers by training. Now what you've got to do is replenish your nutrients in your body and grow. So basically you have to keep eating and eating and eating, and it takes time. It's not a quick fix, so you should keep eating and you will see the results. Cutting diet's a lot different. Personally, I do a ketogenic diet. Basically means you can completely cut out all carbs. Now if you're cutting out all carbs, basically what that means is that your body in about 3 or 4 days time will reach a state known as ketosis, and what that does is it uses the body's fat as energy rather than stored carbohydrates, and that is definitely my favourite type of diet for losing fat. Really, really hard to keep it up in the beginning, especially considering the fact that if you used to eat heaps of carbs and you stop, your body craves it. So it's really, really a mind game trying to push through that pain. But I'm okay now, it's worth it to do, and you keep that diet up. A couple of weeks, you start noticing yourself leaner and leaner, and your skin getting tighter. It's fucking a really good diet. So pretty much all your meals will be, you can get a bit of carbs, but you got to keep it under 50 grams and make sure it comes all from green vegetables. Personally, I get it from broccoli and spinach, and I just leave it at that. So say a meal will be something like 8 eggs, something like that, and then a small portion of spinach. Another meal will be 200 grams of tuna, with a bit of broccoli in it. Another meal will be boiled chicken, with a bit of spinach. You can have sardines, you can have grilled fish, cottage cheese, pretty much anything like that. And it is pretty annoying, you get sick of it, but it does work, and I definitely recommend it. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about for now. No, bro. No, shit. lie on me, bro. You mad? Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Hi guys, this is me and I'm here to complain once again like a woman should. Now, if you have a great body, I'm a good at that. Big body, but your personality is very shit.
One day, I was at a club called DCM in Oxford in Sydney, and I started dancing on the podium as we do that multi-dancing, etc. And he just stared at me for like 30 seconds, came up to me and I know he said, "Fuck," because that's crazy. I want to learn that. So, and we actually connected on a really personal, different level, and very quickly we became very, very close. Not just like friends, but he actually felt like a woman's fellow that I had. I don't know, he stopped on the middle of the bridge where there's the main walkway from one side of the vessel to the other. And he just looked around, decided, fuck this, I was going to take off my shorts, pulled him down, took off his shirt, started walking around in his Calvin Klein underwear. And everyone was just staring like, what the hell is this guy actually doing? Like girls are staring and just gasping and tapping their friends' arms and look at this guy, look at this guy. And guys are like, what the fuck? He had the people that were hating obviously, just so they do. And I was walking for a few minutes and I'm like, don't you hear what he was like saying? He was talking behind your back. He just looked at me, gave me a look and just said, if you give a fuck what you think, you're not going to get anywhere. He goes, fuck it, I'm shredded.
I wasn't just the best mate for me. I'd say he was like a brother. You know, he was my mentor. He was the person that taught me everything I know. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am and I wouldn't have any of the beliefs that I've got right now. You know, if it wasn't for Av, I wouldn't have been quite who I am now. The main thing that Av has taught me is the fact that, you know, you're literally given a chance of life only once, and that one time, you've got to make it count. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be with him right now. You know, right now, I'm not just letting life straight past me. I'm getting up, making sure that every second counts, making sure that every second counts with my best mates, with my brothers, and with my family. I'm making everything count, and why do I make it count? Because Av put it in my head that, you know what, Aiden, you've got to make it count. Give him one chance, do it. He taught me to respect life. He taught me to respect the chance that I'm given and to make it count. You know, he was my mentor, my brother, that's all I can say.
So one time in the car where he asked me if I had sex with my own mother for $5 million. And it's one of those things where I was like, no, I'm going to do that for $5 million. And he asked me to do it for $10 million. It was just one of those moments where it was so funny and you had to stop the car because we were laughing so hard. In one word, actually, I'd have to say charismatic. He had a level of charisma that was totally unmatched by anybody that I've ever met before. And it's easy to see him in these videos and say, wow, I like to hang around this guy, it's funny and whatnot. I mean, meeting him in person is just on a whole other level. Even if he wasn't, you know, if he didn't have the, you know, the internet celeb status that he had, he still, wherever he went, people would
traffic. And Az looks over to the diagonal direction and he sees this convertible. In it is this Indian guy in his mid-30s and kind of balding already. But next to him is this blonde bombshell, absolutely stunning. He looks to me and he says, "Man, that is the biggest gold digger I've ever seen in my life." Do you have the song? I'm like, I knew exactly what he was thinking, so I put the song on and he turns it up to max. We pulled up side by side with their car and Az has got the remote in his hand and he keeps on rewinding it. He keeps going, "She take my money, she take my money, she take my money." And we were absolutely in tears at this point in time. We looked over at them and he was fuming at this point and she was leaning on his shoulder trying to comfort him.
Being siblings and also brothers, there's always some sort of a rivalry between the two, whatever it may be, better grades, who's got the better body, or whatnot. One festival I do remember is Sensations 2008, where we actually had a competition to see who's going to come in more shredded. And what happened was, I actually managed to come in a little bit leaner than he did. And Az was not one to always pay compliments or let people know that he was beaten. And he came up to me on the countdown and he just goes, "Bro, I just want to say, you look absolutely fucking amazing. I'm very proud of you. You've outdone me. Congratulations, well done." And that's going to be a memory that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life. And it was a very beautiful moment. We hugged each other, we kissed, and the beat dropped and we started busting.
This is a fucking revolution, bro. We're taking over. One at a time. Admire, bro. time to talk one-on-one with everyone here. Listen carefully, bros. This is the revolution. Everybody asks me, what the fuck is this about? What the fuck is up with those videos, cunt? You're fucking up yourself, cunt. It's a fucking act. There is no sis. Tomorrow, bro, I'll give you more reason to mind now, bro. It's fucking ziz, bro. Everyone has a little bit of ziz in them. Every fucking cunt out there, you're a fucking sick cunt if you want to be, bro. Stop being a fucking sad cunt, alright? Go out, get bitches, but be a fucking sick cunt like ziz, bro. That's what we fucking do, cunt. That's what we do in this shit, bro. You wanna be a fucking little sad cunt? Fuck that shit, bro. Every little fucking hater's gonna hate, bro. You'll never be like ziz, bro. Cause I'm a fucking sick cunt, mate. I'm a fucking sick cunt, mate.
Our stories untold. Running, waiting,
stretch it out. We just up and up on pre-workout. Tomorrow.
Yo, Ivy, what's up, man? Big Irie Butler, what's up, man? Golden Irie, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. How you doing? Alright. I can't dance like Z's, but I got some moves like Z's. It's dull. It's dull. I'm not gonna lie. It's dull.
Sydney, Australia. Well, that's actually a lot.
But I play it live.
From Detroit. Yeah, and basically, I actually live in the United States
Yeah.
of America, and I am an American.
Oh, dude, yeah. I have had a real one. I learned on like a live play. I cut myself a lot. It's too dangerous, man. It's way too fucking dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it. With a trainer makes it fun. You just play it like it's a live play. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? Thanks, man. Thanks for being here, buddy. I'm gonna bring the mic back to you because I had to move it before. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. Appreciate it a lot, man. Oh shit. Thanks, man. Previous gains. Oh, prevents gains. Yeah, really. Yeah. No, these are just trainers. I got like a bottle cap opener one. Kind of sucks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Juggle chainsaws like a tree. Yeah, man. I saw. I've been seeing your fucking lifting streams, man. You're building, man. You're building. You're getting big, man. Up and at 'em. Thank you. Oh, you got a bench, nice. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been trying to do more dumbbell bench stuff. I'm gonna finish off today, I think, with some dumbbell bench stuff. You don't really need the bar is nice, but it's like more strength than like muscle building. Holy 50 toe, my god. Iris is gonna be fucking huge. Holy shit, dude. Yes, man. Yeah, Toad convinced me, Toronto Toad, he convinced me to get the 50s, man. Yeah, that's good too, man. You're doing that, eh? You're doing the like 50 and then 30 and then whatever, 20. I'll probably do that again. I have adjustable. I have a couple that I brought downstairs from my dad. I was hoping I brought them beside my dad. Was hoping he'd just start lifting them. I don't know if he has or not, but need to work up. Yeah, I can only do, oh, that's sick. Look at that. Push-ups on the, that's sick. I can only do 50-pound, like, bench press and bicep curl. I probably can do a fly, maybe a few of them. But it's just too much. Alright, let's do some, I guess just some bench press. Free weight bench press. Nice. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, for free weights, right? It's good. You just do, you know, whatever. A million reps. Oh yeah. Very quickly. Like I wouldn't doubt, like, right now. Nice, man. Alright, here we go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You know what? I'll do some 37.5 pounds right now. Incline, shoulder, chest, yeah. Oh, you got an adjustable bench? That's perfect, buddy. I don't have. Mine's not adjustable. Oh yeah, man. Oh, 100%. I don't. I agree 100%. Nice, buddy. Alright, these are 38s. Yeah, true. Good point, man. Good point, man. Very true, dude.
Inspired me to do gym and just be myself. Just know you're a genuine person. You're never fake. Just keep it real, man. Says, bro, you taught us to live more than just a mediocre life.
Very true, man.
Live 2 times raw. The haters, man. Mile to mile.
You gonna do some more work? Nice, buddy. Yo, thanks, man. Thanks, homie. Appreciate that, my man. That's good stuff, buddy. Excited to see more fucking workout streams, lifting streams, that buddy. That's sick. That's huge. Fucking great birthday so far. Fucking legends coming in the chat. Thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. I really do. Gosh. Woo! Woo, max out. Woo. Good stuff. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Thank you very much. You made my birthday awesome. Really, legends is coming in today. Thank you. Thank you very much. The best. Every one of you. Southern Yellow Jacket, Golden Ivory, Moonraker, Dogger. Who else? Everybody. Christian. Russ Jericho, of course, Russ. Lurkers, thank you. I appreciate everyone. Alright. We'll probably be streaming GoldenEye later, probably. I'm gonna do my best. Yesterday I passed out after being in the sun. Meow's on. Yo, Marion, what up, bro? What up, man? The post workout flex. Just for Not for Baron, but just for the fucking... Thanks, bro. Just for the... For the Z's. That's what Z's taught us. We gotta fucking film our shit and put our shit out there, you know? Mike just fucks sometimes. Yo, what up, man? I'm just about to sign off though, man. Thanks, Baron. Thanks for being here, my man. Thanks, buddy. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate that. It's all good. Thanks, bro. Yeah, man. I'm gonna probably stream later, like late tonight. Late tonight. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, man. Tomorrow is my in-person interview for the People's Party of Canada position for Orleans. I told you yesterday, but yeah, it's going down tomorrow night. Hell yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. So I gotta get ready for that. Oh, we're gonna stream Golde tonight, I think. Probably. Alright. Yeah, let's raid Meow, my lizard. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Baron. Thank you, everybody. For being so cool. Saying happy birthday and stuff. I wasn't like fishing for happy birthday. You don't have to say happy birthday. I'm not gonna be upset if you don't. I just want to inform people it is my birthday. Peace out.